let's take a look at the players at the stage here. We see on the left, indeed, koksiak with that Alolan Sand Slash. But hold up, there's a
Likely Skeleturge.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at the team from koksiak. We see Night Slash again on that Annihilate, and we see Shadow Claw. So let's take a look at the team from Meweedle here. We have indeed that Skeleturge, and we also see Shadow Claw are heading into the first match. We have Lantern from koksiak into Vigoroth from Meweedle.
That looks familiar, I want to say.
Yeah.
And we're going to play this out actually, and the Skeleturge is already really happy. Oh, look at the backline here.
Oh my goodness, I love the Skeleturge.
Yeah, I think that Meweedle in this game might get crockin'. He is going to absolutely steamroll this backline. Maybe if koksiak is not winning the lead very hard here. We're going to go for a first Thunderbolt. We have seen how this matchup plays out if you go straight Surf and it goes unshielded. Meweedle doesn't even bother to shield, gets up a notebook.
Yeah, not like not like Jogs, or sorry, Statistan. Statistan was no shooting Surfs, but this time it was a Thunderbolt. Now he can kind of spark down, but this Lantern is getting kind of low. I think Meweedle is very fine with this, but this Lantern will win the zero shield scenario. Let's see what Meweedle is going to do. You know what I would love to see? An Incinerate advantage on this.
The question is, this is not a lot of energy on the Lantern. If you incinerate this down, you need to incinerate.
2 Incinerates, there we go! Oh my goodness, that's a huge energy lead for Meweedle Skeleturge. In comes Annihilate, Meweedle's looking like, what is going on here? This is fantastic for him.
And now you immediately know what's in the back, but also, Meweedle knows, hey, I have Altaria in the back. There is probably a Shadow Alolan Sand Slash if koksiak comes in with this. I need to win this with Skeleturge. Altaria is not going to do anything here.
Well, luckily for him, Skeleturge is quite good into this matchup.
Yeah.
Already having so much energy, I can just launch another Disarming Voice soon. Probably just going to put up shields here, right? If you think that it's the Alolan Ninetales in the back, then you got it. I think this is a charge tech priority.
Oh, it is, and that is very important for koksiak because this could have been a full Incinerate sneak through.
Yeah, let's see. I don't think this... Oh, it's not actually. Interesting. That's actually... Yeah, if you shield this now, or if you don't shield this now, you might be able to get to a drum, but it looks like koksiak does shield this up, wanting to get to another Night Slash here, but there's already a Disarming Voice loaded on the Skeleturge, and it looks like it's going through. Leo, are you ready?
Meweedle knew he had to throw immediately because we're going to see...
We're going to see a
Night Slash
Pokemon melt, Leo! Here we go! Oh my goodness, look at that damage, that's so much!
We're actually going to throw the Disarming Voice as well. Very important, because koksiak knows, hey, if I get to throw like an Ice Punch, this might actually get close. We're actually taking this, going to throw a Drill Run, but I don't think that Shadow Alolan Sand Slash has the stamina to beat the Altaria here. So you know what that means. Altaria confirmed a hard counter to Shadow Alolan Sand Slash.
Wow, it wins game number 1 for Meweedle here. Altaria just giving it a slight push to bait out that Skeleturge, but he didn't. And the problem, you know why not? The problem was he cannot switch.
It absolutely worked.
Look at this. Yeah, here we go. We see here Meweedle with that Vigoroth into the Lantern from koksiak, and he just went for a soft loose here. That just led him to get energy on the Skeleturge later.
And it was just 2 fast attacks that he got on the Lantern with the Skeleturge. Oh, there is the Drill Run knocking out the Skeleturge. So Shadow Alolan Sand Slash confirmed counter to Skeleturge, and then the hard counter to Shadow Alolan Sand Slash the Altaria. It's like the decent matchup, that's what you're calling. Okay, I'm quoting you on this. Okay, so Altaria is now on koksiak's side versus the Vigoroth, and we have the Skeleturge again. This time, there are slightly more answers.
Yeah, I'm curious how Meweedle is going to tackle this. And swapping into the Annihilate onset by the Skeleturge. Meweedle seeing the perfect opportunity to get rid of his weakness to the Altaria.
But now koksiak has the opportunity to, if he soft loses to the Skeleturge, he can farm it down. So Annihilate is really good at pulling shields off of the Skeleturge.
Yeah, shielding up the Night Slash there. No boost, fortunately. And going for another one. Skeleturge will hang on this.
Yep, Skeleturge gets the opportunity to almost fully farm down this. But actually, I don't even think so, because this deals like a little bit of damage. We are almost at 100 energy, so we're throwing the Disarming Voice immediately. Slight undercharge, actually big undercharge. Does this knock not out? No, it wasn't enough.
Oh, it was. I think he wanted one more Incinerate in there to get some energy for that Altaria, right? I think you will get to make 2 more Disarming Voice, at least before the Altaria would farm down. So I do expect koksiak to go for the Sky effect.
So the Skeleturge is not going to sweep entirely, but it is still dealing a lot of damage. Took out the Annihilate. invested a shield though, and is going to deal a hefty amount of damage on the Altaria as well. So I think you're going to get the shield back now.
Yeah, you gotta shield this if you want to keep the Altaria, and indeed does so. This energy is so useful though, because, going for a combo play here though. This body slam won't knock out just yet, but looks like koksiak is preserving the HP either way.
koksiak really wants this Altaria to fly high, and we're going to go for a sky attack in this immediately. Now, Meweedle has decided to use the shield, keep the HP on the Vigoroth. That is because the Vigoroth probably just outpaces so easily. We're not going to throw a Rock Slide. We're not at the Rock Slide. Body Slam is going to be really close to knocking out, or is it going to knock out the Altaria here?
Yeah, it does knock out actually. And now it's going to be Lantern against the Roll. I'm not sure if Lantern can take on both Vigoroth and Altaria here.
I also don't think that is going to be too easy for the water electric type. Body Slam especially is outpacing the Lantern, and koksiak cannot go for a full fan down. He will have to throw at some point. And also every time he over farms one more spark to get more energy into the next matchup. That is a lot of counter damage, so we're already in the yellow. 50% remaining on the Lantern against this full HP Altaria.
Yeah, Altaria can't clean up this matchup. Oh my, leaving the battle and taking the loss here. Meweedle winning his matchup by 2-0.
Yeah, the absolute top left here from koksiak, and Meweedle going into day 2 as well. Now next to Statisan and Dunebug. Wow!
Yeah, koksiak just realizing he couldn't win that battle, and Meweedle just such a solid. The highlights here. We see here the Vigoroth from Meweedle into that Lantern. The Vigoroth was just so vital to set up that Skeleditch for a farm down, and then koksiak just has nothing left for that Skeleditch anymore.
I just love Vigoroth in this meta. It is so neutral against most of these Pokemon, especially if there is no counter user brought by your opponent. The Annihilate was sitting on the bench there, or was already back in the Pokeball, hoping that it could dish out some fighting type damage against the Vigoroth, but it couldn't.
Yeah.
And now the Skeledurge is just...
Oh, and the full Incinerate going through. Crazy, look at his face. Yeah, he knows. Incinerate going through was absolutely huge. Yeah, the swapping of the Annihilate into the Vigor was just punished so hard, and koksiak just knew that was game over at that point. Surf coming through on the Vigor, but at that point, the Altaria could just finish this off, right?
A full Incinerate sneak through is just so devastating, because it's just like as if you're giving your opponent 5 turns for free. It's like you're just going away to call